Hello viewers, today is Wednesday, October 16th, 2024, and, well, I'm not entirely sure when this video is going to be uploaded. If I feel real optimistic is not the word, I guess enthusiastic would be the word, I might upload it tonight or tomorrow, but I wouldn't bet on that, because I have currently 4 videos that are either partially made, completely made but not edited, or made and edited but not uploaded. Now I could come up with some story and lie and say that I've been extremely busy, or come up with any number of reasons as to why I have not done that. However, the truth is that I just haven't felt like it. I will get around to it when I feel like it. Anyway, at the time of recording this, it is October 16th, 2024. And at least here in North Carolina, it is beginning to get not hot outside, which means that the air conditioner no longer needs to be run. Now, this is a bit of a problem, because although I really do like it cold, I hate when it starts getting cold outside. Because in the summer, right, I have this air conditioner. I put it in between 6 and 7, right about there. I turn on the air conditioner, and it keeps it, well, this is a mechanical thermostat, so it's not fully accurate, but depending on the outside temperature, it keeps it somewhere around 68 to 72 degrees, which is fine. Sometimes it gets a little cooler, sometimes it's a little warmer, but it's in that general vicinity. But of course, I can't run the air conditioner in the winter. It will freeze up. Now, honestly, it's not a power bill type thing. I would run the air conditioner below freezing outside if I want, in absolutely frigid weather, I would run the air conditioner if I could. However, it will freeze, so that doesn't work. So, what I have to do is I have to take the fan and put the fan in the window. And of course, the fan I have blowing in here, and it comes and escapes through here, through the window there. And I'm aware that the better way to do that would be having the fan blowing out and bringing cold air in this way, but I sit right there and I don't want it blowing on me, because although I do like it cold, and I am comfortable at anything down to like 60 degrees, I don't like air blowing directly on me. I don't like fans blowing on me. I don't like the air conditioner blowing directly on me. So I have it coming in here and out there. However, the problem with this is, obviously the fan, and of course this is a Lasco 3733, so I'm sure Billy True / Michael Porter would be very proud. But the reasoning I'm using a modern fan here, because I'm sure someone's going to be wondering why I'm not using a vintage fan here, is because in the window is really not a good place for a box fan. You get moisture in there, and the bottom of the cabinet will start getting rust in there, and the guards will start turning yellow from the sun and shit. So I'm not putting any of my good, proper vintage fans in there. And this one works just fine for that. Anyway, the problem is, you can see right now it's 73 degrees in here. This thermostat is not connected to anything. I just use it to tell what temperature it is, and it's 73 in here. Right now I believe it's in the low 50s outside, and it's actually going down to the 40s out at night. So if I just turn this fan on and go do something else and leave it running, I'll come back in here and it'll be, down in the 50s in here, which is colder than I would like it to be. So I have to constantly get up and turn it off, and then it'll start getting warm again. Then I got to turn it back on, then it'll start getting cold again. Then I got to turn it back on, and I get up and unplug it and plug it in pretty much constantly. So what we're going to be doing today, there's a car going down the road. Ooh, stopping right there. Anyway, what we're going to be doing today is taking this pile of objects I have on the table here and turning them into a thermostat, which I can plug the fan into. and set it. That way, it will turn on and off on its own and keep it at a certain temperature. And if you're wondering, no, simply leaving the window open does not work. I have too much shit that produces heat that is constantly running in here. And even if it's in like the 30s outside, if I open both windows without some sort of fan actively bringing the air through, it will be in the 80s in here, and it will get there rather quickly. So heating is not a concern. Anyway, I'm sure seriously, God, I'm sure that the device that I am about to make exists, and I'm sure you can purchase it, probably for less than what I paid for these parts altogether. But I will mention that I had all this stuff, except for the one already here. I had this guy. This is a switched receptacle. This is not a how-to video, but if there's any useful information here, I'm glad you found it. This is a switched receptacle, or rather a receptacle and a switch in one thing, but we're going to make it a switched receptacle. I'll explain in a second. Of course, we've just got a metal handy box. We got some of these thingy-majiggies. And here's what I actually bought. This is a adjustable thermostat for attic fans. But if I take it out of the box here, it's simply a 120 volt, line voltage thermostat, and you can set it anywhere from 60 degrees to 120 degrees. So that should be fine. Now, of course, being a thing for an exhaust fan in an attic, most people have it up over like 90, but we can turn it down, and you do have to use a screwdriver. I don't hear it clicking, but I imagine it does. I'm going to go get a meter so that I can make sure that it's clicking on and off like it should. But anyway, this will allow us to set the temperature that we would like it at. Now, I'll mention that this thing here, it cost way more than it had any right to. I'm sure I could have ordered it on Amazon or eBay or something like that and got it a lot cheaper, but I rarely find the motivation to do stuff like this, or that's not the right way of putting it. But I'm the kind of person that if I want to do something, I want to do it now, and if I have to order something and wait on it, well, who knows if I'm going to feel like doing it once I get the item. Anyway, what I was saying is this thing, it probably cost them like $5 to make. There's nothing in here. Like, this is the thermostat right here. That's it. This thing cost way more than it had any right to, and I could have ordered it and got it for cheaper, but I went to the store and bought it, and like I said, I had all this other stuff here already. Anyway, I'm going to go get a meter and just ensure that this is working properly, because if it's not, I'm going right back up to the lows right now. Record, damn it. Go. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Just want to demonstrate that this is indeed working. If I take my two leads here and hold them on the wires and turn this down, kicks on at about 75, and it's 73 in here, so that's pretty accurate. I mean, obviously it's not going to be perfectly accurate, which is fine. Like I mentioned, it's a mechanical thermostat. I don't care. As long as it keeps it in the general vicinity of like 68 to 70 is good. So this is doing what we want. I want to remove this. I don't want this. There, that can go. I'm going to use these guys. Anyway, the first thing I'm going to start off with here is I've got this big extension cord here. This is a gray extension cord, and it's got multiple bad spots in it that it's been like, I don't know if it's been run over with a mower or what. I picked this up out of the trash, and we're going to be using a piece of it for this. So I'm just going to cut a length off of it, the part with the plug first. about this long. I don't know how long you would consider this, but about that long. Probably longer than I need it to be, but that's what we're going with. Someone's calling. I'll be right back. Okay, I got interrupted by a call on the cell phone. I'm currently stripping this wire with this very dull knife here. This knife is probably, well, definitely better for cutting yourself because you were trying to do something, you were pressing too hard because it's a dull knife than it is for actually, well, doing stuff. I should have probably stripped a little more of this, but I can go ahead and struggle with that later, as I always do. So the first thing we're going to do is get this guy ready. Now what I want to do here is fix it so that this switch controls this. And to do that, all we have to do, I believe, and I'm going to use the meter to make sure, but I believe this top screw probably goes to the switch and the bottom screw goes to the receptacle. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Let's see. I guess it's better to check it with this one. Alright, that's off, so we should have nothing. And then we have something. Nothing. Something. Alright. I originally bought this to make a dim bulb tester with, which is something I would still like to do at some point, but we're going to use it for this now. All we have to do is take one wire. I'm going to say this is the hot wire, the one that's coming in, and I'm going to say this is the one going out. I guess it doesn't really matter. We just have to take one wire, hot wire in. This is going to be coming out and go to here. And that's all it's going to do. So, I would like to say, and I could lie to you and tell you that I am prepared, but I'm not. And I could also tell you that I'm going to use the proper kind of wire for this, but I would also be lying. So we're going to strip. Oh, this is bad. We're going to. Wow, this knife is dull. Okay, I'm going to stop here before I hurt myself and go get my damn box cutter. Now, I could lie to you and tell you that my good box cutter got damaged in duty. I was performing a very important and difficult job, which I did excellently. However, unfortunately, there was a fate, and that was my box cutter. But I'm not going to lie. I can't find the damn thing. And I've got at least 3 or 4 of them. Probably more. And I can't get to them. I know where they are, I can't get to them. But my good one, I don't know where it is. Anyway, I found this guy. It's a scrapey knife, and it does the exact same thing. So that is what we shall use. So I got this guy stripped, and yes, this is stranded wire, but it's what we're using. I don't want you screaming about how I should be using solid wire. I don't really care. So we're going to use a black wire. I'll use the proper color. And I know this is going to be hard to believe that I have the right tool for the job, but here's some actual wire strippers. I believe this is number 14. No, it is not. Huh. Must be number 12. Interesting. No, it's not. Well, I don't know what gauge wire this is. I think it's 14 and it's just screwing with me. But there we go. We're going to take this guy, and we're going to put it on this screw. There we go. And then we're going to loop it around. I'm going to cut it here. Wow, this is not stripping very nicely. We're going to cut it. I'm going to loop it around. And if I can find the right tool, I'm going to put that under this screw, like so. It's going to look like that. So now when this switch is flipped, the hot wire will connect here, and when this switch is on, it will power the receptacle. And I realize I just wired this backwards. It confused me because this is a brass screw, so I'm currently connecting the hot to the neutral side, so I will fix that. It needs to be on here. Anyway, I'm going to lie to you and tell you that I'm going to fix that later and probably forget. Actually, no, that's a very bad idea because this is a metal thing. Okay, we'll fix that then instead of just pretending to fix it. So theoretically, I think this, well, it still doesn't matter, it's a switch. So we're just going to loop it around like this. There we go, that's the correct way to do that. Now, I'm going to take our meter and just demonstrate that when I turn, oh, come on. Oh God, it's one of these fucking tamper-resistant fuckers. There we go. I hate these things. I didn't know I bought that. Anyway, when I put this on here, well, if I could get it to make a connection. There we go. You can see that's the hot side of the receptacle. This is going to be the power coming into the switch. And that's what we want it to do. Although, is it what we want it to do? Because I'm just thinking, this is going to be, obviously this is going to be powering this. So should I should probably put the switch before the thermostat, right? I guess it doesn't really matter, but I should probably make it so that if the switch is off, the thermostat doesn't have any power either. So I'm actually going to remove this from here. You can tell that I've planned this out very well beforehand. Alright, let's get our box ready. I'm going to punch out that guy. And then this. Ooh, I didn't think that one through. I don't have a... Well, I can use one of these. It's not what you're supposed to use, but I could lie to you and say that I'm doing this for extra strain relief for the cable going between there. But in reality, I just forgot that I needed a fucking coupler thingy. But, you know what? This will do. You know, do this exact... It'll do the exact same thing. And the logic of this damn grounding screw in here is making it so this doesn't sit flat. So I'm going to remove it and we'll ground it some other way. not that it's really that important. Alright. Let me go ahead and tighten. I hate these things. Tighten this guy down. And since this is connecting these two kind of structurally, I'm going to get it very tight. I'm going to lie to you and say that this ain't going nowhere. That ain't going nowhere. Alright. It's fine. Sure. This lid's not going to go on here properly, is it? I did not think this through. Oh, the lid might actually work. It says upside down, but I think the lid, I'm going to run these wires through here. I think this lid actually will fit. I could lie to you and say that I considered this when I was creating this wonderful design. When I was engineering this beauty, this absolute beaut, but well, at this point, I don't think anyone would believe a damn thing I say. Why? See, what I meant to get was one of those things that's like a little tube that goes in between. It's about that long and has some space in between these two pieces. But I didn't get that. What I'm going to do is take this back off, flip it around. That way, I can leave it slightly loose, put the lid on, and then tighten it all the way up once I have it together. That was my plan all along. Sure, yeah, there we go. That's it, yeah. Alright, I'm just going to remove this piece because I'm not... Well, no, I'll leave it on there. I'll leave it on there because I am going to run that cord all the way up through here. So I will leave that on there. Oh, this is turning into a freak show. Alright, it's going to work. It's going to work. I am big smart. I am... This is the wrong size. Yeah, whatever. I am big smart. I am doing this very well. I am doing great here. Alright, I'm going to run the wires back through there like that. Now we're going to take these little caps off. And what I want to do is remove this, and I'd like the power coming out of the switch to go to the thermostat, and then from the thermostat there, because there's originally... That's a word. I was originally going to just run the power to the thermostat, then to the switch, but I guess since it's all in the same thing, might as well run it from the switch to the thermostat. That way if the switch is off, this is not energized at all. That seems to make sense. Now, let me just test this theory here, just to demonstrate here. I could lie to you and tell you that I am demonstrating this for you guys. But, God, I hate these stupid tamper-resistant things. Alright, let's just see, is that... Alright. So if I put one here, I'm going to turn this thermostat all the way down. I'm going to turn the switch on. Alright, so we got power there. If I turn the switch off, we still have power there. What the hell? The switch is off. Oh, because this is going... Yeah, okay, I'm an idiot. Never mind, this is connected to the wrong end. Alright. Switch on, switch off. Now switch on... What? Why is the thermostat not? What? Is the thermostat not? The thermostat is not working now. What? Okay, I am more than a little confused now. Because now... Are these connected? Is this... Oh, this is the wrong side. Okay, I've got to put this on the other side. I guess that it does matter which one's the input and which one's the output, because I guess these are... What? These are connected together. I need to break this tab. Because it's currently wired to be a separate light switch. A separate light switch and receptacle. But I want these to be powered. I want these to be individual, is what I'm trying to say. There we go. Alright. Alright, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy, and my extremely overpriced thermostat, I don't think, has failed. So that's excellent. That's great. Because I would not have been too... Wow. This is the thing about stranded wire. You need to put it in there and get it in there once. Because it will flatten out and get all messed up. Alright, let's try that once again. I hate these tamper-resistant things. Alright. Alright, let's just get it to touch the thing. Alright, there we go. Switch off. Alright, switch on. Switch off. No, well, that's still going to have current. Switch on, switch off. Thermostat. Okay, it is working. There. So, now, this is our neutral, this is our wire coming in, goes from the switch, thermostat, then back to here. So now what I want to do is take the piece of extension cord that I have here, and I am going to need to strip some more of this, I believe. Where is this? I'm going to cut this back a little bit more, because I need to run the ground over to the grounding screw. Even though pretty much everything I ever plug into this is only going to be two-prong anyway, and it's probably going to be plugged into a two-prong receptacle, so it's not going to be properly grounded anyway. I will go ahead and connect the ground. I'll put this on here. Then I slide this safety tag off of this extension cord, because we don't need that. And then I'm going to run it through both of these. If I could get this to open up enough. Which is a big if, because there we go. Alright. Run that through there. And this thing has come apart. Excellent. I have to get the wires to run through this as well. Like this. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that a concept right there? Alright. And I'm going to put the... I could get the nut back on there. That would be nice because it holds the whole thing together and therefore is semi-important. Excellent. Now I'm going to push some more. That's enough. That's not a full 6 inches or however much you're supposed to have, but that's enough. Make sure I'm not pinching the... No, we're good. Not pinching the... Alright. Tighten this guy down as well. That's 2 levels of strain relief. So that's good. And now, go ahead and put this lid on here, which is kind of a pain in the ass because although this thing, as I have mentioned several times now, costs quite a bit, it is actually extremely cheap. I'm going to take these and bend them up like that. I could screw this to a board or something, but I'm not going to do that. And now, I'm going to go here and tighten this guy down, or at least attempt to. That's loosening it. Of course it is, because I don't know my damn right from my left, apparently. What the hell? I thought this was a flathead screwdriver. It's a damn pokey, stabby tool. That's part of my problem. You know, if I haven't proved that I am an idiot yet in this video... Okay, let's see here. Like before, since this thing is holding it together, we're going to try to get this very tight. That's good. And I'm going to take this and hammer the threads. Alright, I've hammered the threads, so that shouldn't back out any. Of course, now this is coming loose. Whatever. Alright. Let's go ahead and strip these guys. God, this shit is not stripping very well. Oh, the ground wire did beautifully. Ground wire's smaller. Great. Okay. I need to take some more of this off. This is where having the actual knife would make it a lot better. Is in a tight space like this. I wonder if those strings are flammable. The strings are flammable. So that's great. Alright. Go ahead and cut that off. There we go. And since the strings are flammable, I'll cut them off. Now this is going to be our hot wire. This guy. So, there we go. I don't like this design. I wish one of these was further away from the other, because your hot's here and your neutral's here. There you go. But since we're using stranded wire, which can easily, fray and basically short pretty easily, that's great. Did I mention this is not a how-to video? Seriously. Alright. This is crazy. Alright. There's the ground, which I'll connect there. Now, since this is not like part of the building, I guess electrical code doesn't apply to it. So that's great. You're supposed to ground the box or this thing or both, individually. But it will ground it through there. I'm going to take these tabs off of here because I've got a metal cover with a lip around it. So I'm going to take these guys off. Why are these screws so long? Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and test this just to make sure that it is indeed going to work before I go and, end the video. Anyway, let's see. I'll grab a fan since that's what I'm going to control on it. This is the first fan I ever had in my collection, a 01250R. Absolutely worthless fan, in terrible condition, but there it is. Okay. So right now, it is off, and that is off. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this in. Nothing's exploded yet. And since I made it, I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that there's no voltage across here. Well, there is 43 volts on there. That's not good. Except, I think I have a wiring fault somewhere else. Okay. Let me, I think we're fine. I'll connect this to something that I know is actually grounded. So connecting this to an actual ground, we have 0, nothing. So this is not energized, but apparently this shelf to ground has 43 volts. So I could lie to you and say that I'm going to try to figure out what the hell is wrong there. Alright, so now both of these should be off. I'm going to turn the switch on. We still have nothing. I'm going to turn the thermostat down. If I can find my screwdriver, I'll use this one. Okay, nothing. I'm now going to turn the switch on, and then the thermostat down. And it is working. So at this point it's being controlled by the thermostat. If the thermostat clicks off, the fan powers off. The fan is off. And if the thermostat clicks on, the fan comes on. And then if I want to turn it off, I simply turn it off manually. And the fan is also off. That way I don't have to, jack the thermostat up to turn it off. It is off, and then I can just turn the switch back on, and the fan is on. So there we go. It took us a while to get there, but I have successfully made what I set out to make, even if I did forget the little piece that goes in between those. I've successfully done what I set out to do. It is functioning, and this should make it a lot more pleasant, so I don't have to come and turn the fan on and off manually every 30 minutes. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Also, before I go, I look forward to all of the comments telling me how wrong I did this and how dangerous it's going to be and how I'm going to die. Go ahead and leave them. I know they're coming.